Hello, welcome to Marla Guys, aka Third Eye, and I'm back here with another video. How's it going? I was cleaning up and I just had to make a video. Like something was like, make a video, make a video. Um, I don't have any channel messages, any songs or anything like that. This is just intuitively, just straight off the dome, what I was feeling. So we're gonna talk about greed and selfishness and for the love of money and how that can destroy the people around you and your loved ones. So, you know that saying, money is the root of all evil. Be careful what you wish for and never forget where you came from and be humble. Those are things people should have in their mind. Be grateful for what you have because some people don't even have what you have. So, intuitively, I got this download. This is for a collective. So, if you have been experienced this or you know someone like this and this is something that's happening to somebody around you, this is your message. This is for you. And this is going to be some type of justice for you. Um, but I don't feel good by trying to glorify someone's downfall. And I'm not, because God can basically make the same thing happen to you. Same thing happen to them happen to you. So always be grateful and stay humble. So God don't have to humble you for him. Like intuitively, and this is a man. This is a man. I'm not gonna say, oh, it could be a feminine energy and her masculine energy. No, this is for a man, a male figure. This man, this male figure, he has a very greedy spirit. Very greedy spirit who would do anything for money. Very greedy. Very selfish, I should say. Um, and this person was supposed to be a child of God, someone who was holy, then how? Someone who was in the church, who was a Christian. And this is intuitively what I am picking up on. This person had another life. They lived a double life. This person, for appearance wise, pretended to be of God, pretended to be this mentor, this teacher, this person who was a prophet or whatever, like that, right? And behind closed doors, he was dibbling and dabbling in witchcraft. And I'm going to say it just like that. This person pretended to be a Christian, pretended to be a God, went to church, all that. Because, this is a person who talked about God, talked about church, and all that. So he had to be somebody who went to church every day or every Sunday. Um, but behind closed doors, when nobody can really see him, his mask is off when he's really in his authentic self. He was into witchcraft. And this person would attack people with witchcraft to get what he wants. He's been dibbling dabbling in witchcraft, sending spells and spell work to people, wreaking havoc and chaos in people's life. He's working with demons and entities, just demonic things that you should not be working with, especially if you're a child of God and you're a Christian and you go to church. But I intuitively got an image of a man, and I seen the whole scene in my third eye. Like, this man, this man got possessed. This man went crazy. This man got possessed by the same entities and demons that he was working with when he was sending to people. Those same demons, those spirits, those entities has possessed that man and took over that man's body and been working, um, took over that person. That person's soul is no longer in his body. That person is gone. That person is mentally unstable. He is not that person. He is not himself anymore. He is gone, long gone. And I want to say that's part of his karma for doing things that he know he shouldn't have been doing because of greed and money. And like I said, I don't try to glorify and people's things like what people go through. But intuitively, it's like this is divine justice for the people who he have targeted with the witchcraft. This person got possessed by the demons and the entities and the spirits that he was working with. In my intuitively what I'm seeing is he was supposed to complete something like a mission, a task, but he couldn't do it. And basically the demons and entities that he was um using basically turned on him and possessed him because he couldn't do the job that he was supposed to do. And now his soul is gone. His vessel, his body's been taken over. He's possessed. If anybody seen that show called Teen Wolf with was it Tyler Posey? Um, but it was on MTV. It's kind of an old show. It came out probably like 2011, 2012, those years back. It was a really good show. Really, really good show. I think they're making a new series or new movies about that. I have not watched it yet, but I heard about it. But in that show, if y'all remember Styles, Styles was the only human out of everybody pretty much in the little clique in high school. In the main character clique in high school in the show. He was the only human. But he was extremely smart. So even though he didn't have any powers or gifts, his gift was being smart. He was smart. But in one of the seasons, Style got possessed by an entity, by a demon. And it was a very vengeful um entity. And I think that they caught that entity in the void. And like during the series, during that season, Style became evil, possessed. And everybody know if you watch that show, everybody knows Styles can't even hurt a fly. That's how human like he was. He couldn't even hurt a fly. So he got possessed and he was hurting, I think killing people. I think they locked him up in a mental hospital. And he ended up escaping. I don't know, just a lot of stuff, crazy stuff in that show. But the point I'm getting at is the same thing that happened to Styles in the show, it was happening to this man. And the thing is, Style wasn't evil. Style did not dibble and dabble in witchcraft. He didn't do that. I'm just using Styles in that particular show as a reference of what um how that this man is. So if you've seen that show and you've seen how Styles got possessed and you've seen how Styles changed his outer appearance, like he became ghostly white, pale. You know, his face was different. His eyes were like demonized, bloodshot, purple, bluish, like very like basically you see the life was sucked out of style. His soul, his spirit was gone because he got possessed by the void, which was that entity, that demon. And basically the same thing is happening to this man who was dibbling dabbling witchcraft. The only difference is Sal didn't do that. Sal was in witchcraft and all that stuff. But this man was who is being possessed. And this man has really lost his mind. He does not think straight. He's not realizing his actions of what he's doing. At first, people was with him, you know, was like, "Oh yeah, let's do this," because they believed him because this man is a really good manipulator. It looks like this man could talk and be very charming and get his way. So he had the gift of what's it called? Persuading people. So people believed him. People were jumping on a board. But I think I'm I'm thinking like people at first was all good, but like towards maybe like halfway, maybe like in the middle of it, whatever, it was like I don't really know, but okay. And then it got to the point where it was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this no more. Like, you're on your own. I don't have time for this. And basically, people started walking away from doing this evil shit with him. But it's like these people, they didn't tell him necessarily because, like, they really seemed like this man was really, like, into, like, doing what he wanted to do to get what he wanted. But they were watching him and observing him and seeing like how far like this man would take it to get there. So basically, in my head, intuitively, he's being possessed. He's going ballistic. Um, this man, if he doesn't end up dead, if these entities that possessed it took over his body, if they don't take him out, and I don't want to claim that on nobody, if they don't take him out, um, he's going to get locked up, even physically in jail, spiritual jail, or he's going to get locked up into a mental hospital where he will not be able to get out no time soon. Probably be there for a really, really long time. And intuitively in my head, it's like in my mind, I see this man on the floor, and it's like he's surrounded by family. So it's like his family, they don't know what's going on because they don't know his family don't know what's going on with him because they don't know that this man dibbles and dabbles in witchcraft. They don't know that this man um is into like stuff like that. Because like I said, this person portrays himself as a Christian. He goes to church every Sunday, you know? And so they couldn't believe it. But then how his behavior, how he started acting, his family was starting to see that okay, yeah, something is wrong. We got to do something. Something is not right. And they're thinking like, he's becoming mentally ill. His mental health behavior is not okay. They need to get him checked out. That's what they're thinking. Because in my mind, intuitively, I'm picturing this man on the floor, on the ground, and it's like they're in a house. So they can be like in a living room, in a dining room, or like a bedroom. And they are surrounding him, not like in like an aggressive way or like a threatening way, but they're trying to reason with him. They're trying to figure out what's wrong. They want to try to help him. But this man is in like he's scared. The demons have taken over him. The entities have taken over his mind. This man is scared. And the thing is, this man was warned multiple times on different occasions to not get into the things that he was getting into. I don't want to even say all what I was, but He was warned not to dabble into that witchcraft. He was warned not to go to these practitioners and whatever. He was warned. But in my intuitively, what I'm picturing, this man is on the floor screaming and crying and like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, this is literally like what I'm seeing, like I'm hearing. Like him yelling and screaming to like his family or whatever, who friend, whoever these people are to him. Um, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna hurt you. Like he's saying like this out of pocket, out of like crazy type of stuff. And um, but the thing is, that's the witchcraft. That's all that spell work that that person have done, plus those entities and demons that he was working with, turning on him, taking over his body. He ruined his life for greed, for money, for status. And this man, he's on the floor, he's crying, he is like possessed. So he's like he's sweating like crazy work sweating. He's like, what's the word? Like in your bed, when you're in your bed, I don't even know if it's a word, but when you're in your bed and you kind of like tossing and turning, like he's on the floor, like he is like crazy, you know, like he is wavering his arms, his hands, like I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna hurt you. Like this, the entities, the demons, they are eating this person's brain alive. And in the show Teen Wolf, when Styles got possessed by that demon, the Void, I think that's what it was. Um, Styles' soul was gone, and they had to do everything to get the old Styles back to get this demon out. So his family and his friends have sent him to a mental health hospital, a facility where he had to stay there and get the help that he needed. But I think he broke out. I'm not sure. I don't remember because I haven't watched that season and that series in a long time. But intuitively, his family, this man's family is making a decision where they are going to send him away to get help. And I don't know when because this can already happen or this can be coming up near future or distant future. I don't know, but I needed to get this message out. I needed to get this out because this person, he has been targeting a lot of people. He's been targeting people who are of God, who is of light, and who has money. Well, basically, he's been targeting people who is doing better than him in some aspects in life, and he wanted to take from these people or person. It doesn't matter. I'm just like I'm continuously having this vision, like this image in my head of this man on the floor screaming, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna kill you. Like, and I'm thinking like he's talking about like he's gonna put witchcraft or he's gonna do spell. It's like the witchcraft and the spell work has backfired on this person. And he's becoming sick, ill, because of the entities took over him. Like I said, this man was warned multiple times to stop doing what he's doing, to repent, to ask God for forgiveness, to work on himself. Because this man was also very, very insecure because he wanted to take something of other. He wanted to take someone's possessions and things that they have that they earn. Because he lacked that. Because he also lacked self love in his life. He didn't love himself. He was insecure. He didn't feel good enough. So he wanted to do things to take. So he wanted to manipulate by using witchcraft. It's another movie. Kind of an old movie that came out like I think like 2006 or 2008. I think it's called Tara. And Tara was a nerd in high school. She was very pretty, but she was a nerd. She had a bad living situation with her dad, and he would abuse her sexually. But she was also into witchcraft, and she really liked it. One of her teachers, he was a male, but he was also married to someone at the school, and she was bullied. Tara was bullied by these people in school. So they came up with a plan um, to hurt her or scare her, and they did. But the thing is, they also killed her. She ended up hurting. They end up hurting her. It wasn't. They wasn't trying to kill her, but they still did. Basically, her skull was cracked open. She died like instantly, and she did spell work prior. And she was doing binding spells because she wanted to be with that teacher that she was in love with. So basically, long story short, she came back. She wreaked havoc, killed all the people who hurt her and killed her, or hurt her and killed her, who participated. Um, the spell work, basically, she came like a popular hot girl in high school instead of the nerd. She came back to life. She started terrorizing all these people. At the end, she ended up dying because the man, her teacher, who she was in love with, realized that she put spells on them. Like she binded their love. So basically, she wouldn't stop because she was in love with him. She put binding spells on him. And he sacrificed himself to stop her. So he killed both of them. That was the only way the spell work was stopped. That was the only way that she was stopped by sacrificing. So he sacrificed himself, and he jumped and he took her with him off of a building. And they fell to their death. They died together. Basically like true love type stuff. Basically, the spell work took over her and turned her to something who was ruthless and was a killer. Who wanted revenge. I mean, as she should, but it's like, okay. Because they did kill her, and it was for no reason. Like they were trying to hurt her, like they were trying to bully her and embarrassed her, and they end up killing her in the process. So this man, intuitively, he was supposed to finish a task or a mission. He couldn't finish the task or mission. So now these entities and spirits and demons, whatever, um, they turned on him because basically they promised this man, if you finish this task, if you finish this mission, give us what we need, do what we need, get us what we want, you will get money, you would get fame, you would get status, you would get riches, you would get wealth. He did this all for wealth. Basically, the devil tricked him. And he couldn't deliver what these entities wanted. So the entities had to take something, and they were leaving with something. So these entities took over this man's body and possessed him. Um, they took over this man's body, and I think, like I said, this is karmic justice from the people, persons who he was targeting. This man is going to be seen for what he really is. The person, the people who he was targeting, because this isn't, did not deserve to be get targeted, be treated. This person was trying to ruin people's life or a person's life. And this is your story. If this is your message for you, just know you would get your divine justice. You would get your karmic justice for having to go through what you're going through. Um, those entities took over this man's body. People, his community, basically who were involved, but they stopped and they just didn't want nothing to do with it, or the people who weren't involved, um, they are going to start seeing this person for who he is. They're going to see this person for exactly who he is. Not holier than thou, not a Christian, not a child of God, not a good person, not a mentor, not a nice person. They're going to start seeing this person as an evil person, like as a demon, as the devil. They're going to start seeing this person in a negative light. And that's one thing that this person did not want to be seen as in a negative light. This person's a liar and he's a manipulator. So he has lied to people. He has manipulated people to get what he wants to be looked at a certain way. But the thing is, because he couldn't deliver um, and finish his task, these entities took over him because he had a price to pay and he knew what that price was. But he was so cocky and confident that he thought it was going to be in the bag. But he didn't realize that the things, the people, whatever that he was supposed to deliver was a fighter and was too strong for him. This person was weak. He always was weak. That's why he had to manipulate and lie. This person is not strong. And let me tell you something. If this was a movie, this person would be the first person that would have died first. Because this person didn't have survival instincts, or this person just wasn't a type of person that was a fighter. He's not a fighter. So these entities took over him, and people are starting to see this man's behavior, and seeing how psychotic this person is. They're starting to see, if they didn't, if they will start to see this man is not mentally okay. And want to know the main thing to look out for is the eyes. The eyes is the window of the soul. The eyes will tell you everything you need to know. If his eyes are big and like they're coming out of like the socket, like what I mean, like they're pointing, like poking out the socket. He looks like he's like crazy, like he's on some type of drugs. He might be on drugs too. Because let me tell you something. These demons and these entities that are taking over him, they are messing with his mind. This person can't sleep. So he has to do something to shut these voices out of his head. Maybe it was even first he was probably taking like sleeping medication. That didn't work. Maybe he started to smoke, marijuana. That didn't work. He had to go to something strong. Maybe he started taking, other pills or what's it called? Um, I don't know. Was it crack or cocaine or all the other type of drugs that can help with that? Because this person couldn't sleep. This person was losing his head. So not only is the demons and these entities are taking over, that took over this person's body and it's controlling him, also the drugs is also messing with him too. Watch a person's behavior and watch a person's eyes. That will tell you everything you need to know. I needed to get this message out because it's somebody or someone, people in the collective that needed to get this message, to hear this message because they were going through this. You are going to get your divine justice, and your justice is you're going to hear or even see this person's going to be going away into a mental health facility because he's not sane. This person, um, this person wasn't sane enough to be out and having his free will. So they had to send him away to get him some help. I don't know for how long, but he will be sent away. I don't know if this is going to happen in the future, the near future, the distant future, or if this already happened. But this will happen, and you will get your justice. All for now.